What's up, everyone? Thank you for coming back for another episode of Gamers Universe. Now, if you watched the first episode, thank you. We love you. If you haven't, that's alright, because you can watch this one, and it's all good. Anyway, I'm Trodilo, your gaming guru for this show. Thank you. And over here with me, of course, is my good buddy, Master Assassin, Joe Marcello.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
I wouldn't really call him Master Assassin. I'm better at him than Assassin's Creed.
Oh, thanks, yeah.
But that's all about to change. And another thing I would like to bring up is Happy Halloween, if this is going to air on Halloween. Yeah. So, and for this special episode, we're going to be reviewing The Evil Within and one other game, which is why I called you Master Assassin, even though you're not a Master Assassin. And we're also going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed Unity. So those are our games today: The Evil Within, Assassin's Creed Unity, and because it's Halloween, we're going to start with The Evil Within. So, you know how it goes. If you don't, let me remind you, we have two games. We have 4 different categories of graphics, storyline, gameplay, and replayability. So, that's how we do it. And then we bring them all together for one final score. So let's get this show on the road. First game, Evil Within. Let's start with the graphics. Now, I've actually had the pleasure of getting this game the day it came out, and the graphics are just beautiful, especially when you get it on next-gen consoles. Just the graphics are just really beautiful. They really pay attention to the detail of just the characters, the enemies, the environments you're in. It looks smooth, beautiful, and you remember this because he was here when he was playing with me, but there were some moments where it would like the music would just stop and it would get real quiet, right?
That was most of the game.
It was most.
And
I'm not done. There was like these moments where it was just like quiet down. It would get real quiet. There's no music, no nothing, and just it was black and white, and you would just be walking, and it's just be like real nerve-wracking, and you just like clench up at the slightest anything, and it was just so intense. Oof. And just like it sends shivers down your back. And I'm not gonna lie, you might have heard that this is a scary game. Yeah, from someone who's personally played the game up to chapter 10, yeah, it's scary. It's a scary game. I'm not. Whew. But anyway, graphics are beautiful, especially when you get it for next gen or PC, as he likes to do it over there. But I'm going to have to give these graphics a solid 9.
Same basic for me. Really great looking game. And he's got a PS4. I don't. That's fine. I don't care. I got a PC. Anyway, there is one thing that I liked. I looked at a video and it basically showed that you can put it into a movie mode, which has the black cutouts, and it's black and white, so it looks like an old school horror movie. It looks like it's set back in maybe 1960. I don't know, that's what my guess was.
It does look like that.
It does.
And I didn't know that, which is cool.
Yeah, I mentioned that because the way the main character looks, he was a inspector, right?
Oh yeah. He's an inspector guy.
Yeah, he was. Oh man, he looked like
he's been
like a police James Bond. You got the nice vest, nice shirt, rolled up sleeves, perfect. Anyway, cool. My rating for the game's graphics was an 8, just because he didn't let me play it. I'm just kidding. No, no, the graphics were great. I've seen better, but not off the same game. So, back to you, buddy.
Yep, you know how it is. Just when you're scared, you just can't stop playing. Anyway, let's move on to our next category, which is storyline. Now, the storyline takes you through your main character named Sebastian. And yes, he is a detective. And the game starts as like you're in a police cruiser, right? And you're just cruising along, you just finished one, what would you call it?
Mystery case, I guess.
One case, I guess you would say. And the policeman driving the car gets a call from dispatch, I guess you would call it, and there's something going down at this institution, mental hospital, something like that. And what's really crazy is he's like, oh, hey, maybe it's the ghost of that guy who killed all those patients before. And then one of your buddies in the back, Joseph, his name is Joseph,
Wow.
is all like, nah, that's not possible, blah, 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 no way. And then when you get there, it's a slaughterhouse. It's insane. Insane. There's dead bodies everywhere and blood everywhere. It's insane. And it's not even funny, so why am I laughing? Either way, so you find this one guy in the control room. Well, it doesn't security room, I would say, and he's still alive a little bit, or like thereof, and he's just like lying there, like, oh my goodness, it's not possible. How? And Joseph's all like, all right, look, I'll handle this guy. Check the security cameras and see what happened. So you check the security cameras and you see this like 3 police running down the hall, reloading their guns and shooting down the hallway. And then this creepy guy with a hood shows up and just teleports and just takes all 3 of them out in, like, I wouldn't say 1 swift motion, but 3 swift motions, like dead. It was swift and smooth.
That does remind me of Shadow of Mordor. We did get it. We did play it. Amazing game. Yeah. But remember the move that you can do in the Wraith mode where you can just teleport to somebody
Shadow
and you
Strike.
kill them? Yeah, you can do like 10 of them in a row if you play it smart. There are certain things. One of my friends did it.
So
he can
cool.
do like 15 in a row. Just keep going. He set up his skills somewhere. But yeah, it's that basic thing where you just disappear from everybody's vision and you end up killing somebody else all the way down there. And it's like...
Yeah, it's the same basic concept. So anyway, what happens is when he's done, when the guy in the hood is all done doing his thing, you know how it is, he like stops like this. He just looks up at the camera like that, and he makes eye contact with Sebastian, and Sebastian's all like, whoa, buddy, what the heck? Turns around, the guy in the hood is there, knocks him out. You wake up not knowing where you are, and that's pretty much how the game starts. Pretty hectic way to start the game, I would say. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's a bad way to start the game. That's a really cool way to start the game. So cool. It's a really cool way to start the game. For me, it is. And just throughout the story, you get deeper into the story as it goes along, and then you realize where you are, like how you got there, and it just, the depth within it is just crazy. And if you're really into horror and scary things of that nature, seriously, like it's a good story. Pick up this game for anything, you know, like any next gen, old gen, PC, pick it up. Just pick it up. It is such a good game. And that's why I give the story a 10, a solid 10. It's a really good horror story that I love. I mean, I'm not into like horror all that much, but this is one of almost the best horror stories I've ever seen through a video game play out.
Well, haven't played it. I watched you play it. And I didn't scream like a little girl at all. And I'm surprised. I don't like movies, games, scary, anything. But great game. Storyline, it looks intense. It looks like a really cool background sort of thing. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't know, ghosts everywhere. And it's like you see these visions of people talking and whatever. And it's creepy. But it has a whole background to it. So that's my kind of story. I love a story with a background and, you know, twists and everything in it. I love that. Draws me in completely. My rating for it was a 9 for the storyline. So that's my opinion. You can figure out whatever you like. Go with a 10, 9. I don't care. It's up to you. All right. Back to you.
All right, and the next category we're going into is replayability. Now, it is a linear storyline. There's no like pick your own path. It's the whole thing is put in front of you in one linear storyline. And normally I wouldn't like things like that, but in this case, I'm willing to let it slide because it's a good story. And just the whole thing was just really good. And there is an upgrade system, so you can play again, purchase new upgrades, and see if you play better, if you play worse, if your survival aspect boosts up in any significant way. But it's the same story. Nothing changes. So that's why I gave it a 5.
Me, I actually put a big fat X.
Big fat X.
I don't know the story very well. I haven't seen it from the beginning. So for me, I'm not rating that at all. So yeah, I mean that's just my opinion again. So you want to go into graphics now?
We already did graphics.
Oh, did we? Oh, I'm sorry. Gameplay, that's what it is. Yeah. Gameplay, the controls actually look pretty good. Yeah. The camera, my perspective on the camera, I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, you hated the camera for some reason.
That, and I just watched. It was just, I don't know if it was sickening, but it had so much, I don't know. I didn't like it at all.
Well, like when you're playing the game, you can just position the camera where you need it.
Obvious.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it would be helpful if it just like auto did that. But like, I think
like The Last of Us. Oh no.
But I think they meant to do that. They meant it because so that way like
it is a hard game.
It's supposed to be a hard game, But like I think they meant to do that so you can position the camera, and sometimes you're not going to get the best angle, but when you're in that critical crisis of being like really kind of scared, even the slightest hint of knowing where the heck your enemy is more than enough.
Definitely.
More than enough.
Oh, yeah, I know. But yeah, I mean, overall, my rating for it, I got pretty low scores on it. I don't know. It's not my kind of game. I like it though. Don't get me wrong. It really was a great game, and I didn't scream like a little girl.
I
Thank
did.
God.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to the final thoughts of this game. I gave it all the scores put together, thrown together, mixed it in a bowl, served in front of little children where they ate it. I gave it solid 8. It's a solid game, and even if you're not into horror, you can still pick it up and it'll still be pretty fun. And that's really just what's on the table.
Feed it to children. Feed it to, I don't know.
Okay.
Why is this guy here?
Maybe
anyway.
That was a bad thing to say because it's a horror game. But
see.
Just shut up and give me your final thoughts.
All right. My final score, 7.5. I had to do a 0.5. I just wanted to. I wanted to feel special and do a 0.5.
You wanted to feel special.
I didn't want to give it a 7. I felt that was too low, but I felt an 8 was too high. So, in the middle.
In the middle.
In the middle. That'll do.
In the middle.
But remember, don't say that to children. I didn't.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, nice, compelling, and rich. Now we're moving on to our second game, and in case you forgot what it is, I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with our eagle friend here. Give up? All right. Yeah.
Does it really have to do with our eagle friend?
Did you forget the game we're reviewing? Whatever. Either way, next up is ACU, or Assassin's Creed Unity. It's the newest in the franchise. This game has been given a lot of hype, a lot of good just boosting for the game, and it's just it looks incredible. I've been looking forward to this review for quite a while now, and I just can't wait for this.
One thing I do have to say, I've never been so excited for an Assassin's Creed game to come out. Never been so excited in my life. Really looking good.
It's looking.
I hate
it's
the whole thing in the
looking
old
great.
ones where you have to run straight up the wall. This one, you can run diagonal to the wall and you'll still run up. So annoying. I hate that.
I hated that.
You're chasing somebody and somehow you run up an invisible wall.
Yeah. You just run up for a wall for no reason, and
what
you're,
is
and you're like,
this?
I didn't do that. What the heck?
And then you lose.
Yeah, and then you lose.
Whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, on to graphics.
Moving on to graphics. Now, this is a next-gen console, which means it is for PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I don't like the Xbox One. Don't ask why. And PC, if you're into that sort of thing. Not indicating anyone in particular. But, next-gen graphics, obviously, it's going to look good.
It's going to look better on PC.
Again, if you're into that sort of thing.
Better on PC.
I, for one, I've always been a console gamer, so I stick to what I know best. And either way, I personally think graphics just shouldn't make the game. If it has bad graphics, like, don't think it's a bad game, because a good game could have bad graphics, I'm just saying. But, it's on next gen, so the graphics, obviously good looking. I mean, what else is there to say?
The lighting, the camera, I love it.
The lighting.
When you're
of course.
running, the
That
lighting
good.
looks beautiful. When you're running, I love that effect where it makes it like everybody's like flying pretty much behind you, almost like you're in the Millennium Falcon going through 12 parsecs or whatever, and it's just like everything else is blurry except for where you're going.
And this is the biggest they ever made crowds. Like, there can be over 30,000 like
AI.
Well, I wouldn't say AI because AI is like enemies or
No, AI is the civilian. AI is
yeah,
anybody
civilians.
automated.
There can be like like over 30,000 plus people in one area, and it runs smoothly. Looks so good. That's why I gave the graphics a 9, because just when you can put that many people into one specific area of the map and it looks smoothly and the crowd looks more lively than it has in previous Assassin's Creed games, when you can do that and the buildings are beautiful too, there was actually one building that they took one entire year to make, and that building looks awesome. Looks amazing. So they tried their best, and they really did an outgoing job. I gave it a 9.
There's one thing that I do like about that. I don't know if it would have to do with graphics.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it does somewhat, because most of the time they'd have to. Well, anyway, loading screens. No more loading screens when you go into buildings. You just walk right in.
They said that.
This is all.
And you can just go into buildings. It's no longer a cinematic. You can just willy-nilly.
It's almost like GTA, where you can just walk into a convenience store, except you can walk right into that building that they took a year to make.
Yeah.
No loading screen, you just walk right in.
Yeah, the building.
The
building that they took the year to make.
I love that.
Yeah, the building that they took the year to make was actually the Notre Dame. I don't care how you say it. Building.
Yeah. There is one cool thing. Another thing, if you remember in previous Assassin's Creed games where you could run into a house and it would automatically go to a cutscene and you'd run through the house, this one you can walk right into somebody's house through a window.
Oh, I said that.
And just kind of walk through. Oh, did you really?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You're a liar.
Get out of here. Anyway, let's go on to storyline. Now, the story is mainly just you playing as the main character and just his story, his life. And his father was taken away from him at a very young age, and then someone takes him in, and the main character, Arno, eventually meets up with the assassins and joins their cause, joins their creed. And that's really what the whole story is just you playing as Arno and going through his story. And it's really cool to see how, because this game, Assassin's Creed Unity, is like, you know how they always add like historical events through it?
Yeah.
Well, this series of historical events is going to be the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because that's a really, really bloody time period.
Apparently, it's supposed to be more brutal than all the other Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that.
I like that too. And I just think, I can't wait to see how that all plays out. Arno's story fitting in through the French Revolution, and Arno's got a secret lover. There's a love interest in the game. Can't really get too much into it because I want you all to figure that out.
We have agreed to not say anything. You guys can figure that out. It's a really cool twist. He told me about it.
It's a cool twist.
I can't wait.
If you don't know about it, look into it because it is a really cool twist on how the game's gonna play out. And
if you like video games with great storylines, movies with good storylines, this is the game for you. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Her role in this game, Arno's love interest, her role is gonna be I know, but I'm just saying it's gonna be important. It's gonna be important.
Oh yeah, you guys can figure it out. It looks cool though.
Yeah, but the story, it's super good, super nice. Don't really know all that much about details. I mean, that's all I know right now from the research I've done. I'm giving it an 8. It looks good.
My opinion, I love it. Love the storyline. Like I said, a lot of heart, a lot of emotion from what he tells me.
Never been into an Assassin's Creed game like this before.
Love it. Other Assassin's Creed games, after AC2, it just got repetitive in my opinion. It did. Second one was the best. That was revolutionizing Assassin's Creed into something that it is today. Assassin's Creed 1 was big, but when Assassin's Creed 2 came out, the 2 hidden blades, everyone was like, oh, you get 2 hidden blades, you get a hidden gun.
Yeah.
It was a huge thing. Yeah. And now look you got hidden blades, 2 of them, every game. And I like that. I like how they took that concept and kept using it.
In this one, you only got 1.
Nah.
Yeah, they said it.
Oh, wow. Who cares?
But it's so cool because they got the whole concept with it, which we'll get into when we get to gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
But cool. it's so good.
So my vision on the story, my outcome of the story would be a 9, just because I like the heart that's put into a game or a movie.
I'm telling you,
I like it a lot.
I'm telling you,
if storyline draws, man,
it's so good. I'm telling you, if they combined 2 with 1, it would have been a masterpiece. Because the first game had what it did was you didn't just go after your target right away. You'd go through the crowds. You would eavesdrop on conversations, and you'd learn more about your target, and it would drive you to have a purpose to kill your target.
That's one thing about the second one. There was
eavesdropping, bringing it back,
but there wasn't much. Remember how in the ones after 2 had way more eavesdropping to them. Second one had it. I just didn't think there was as much. But he actually helped me beat the game. Loved it. We got the that special armor at the end.
We did.
That was cool. That was cool. Yeah. But yeah, so keep going.
All right, now let's get into gameplay. Now, the gameplay should play as it should in the other previous Assassin's Creed games, but they bumped it up real significantly. They're now focusing on the 3 major points that make Assassin's Creed so good. The combat, the navigation, and then some third thing that I clearly forgot. Oh well, what are you going to do?
The parkour?
Yes.
Which would be under navigation.
Okay. Either way, there was some third other thing, but it doesn't matter. But they bumped up the parkour significantly. It looks good.
Like we said, the diagonal run.
The
invisible wall was such a pain.
Controlled descent, which is a new thing, where it's they still have the leap of faith where you jump off the building and you fall 500 feet, and then you land in a hay bale and magically never get injured from that.
Which we all know we'd be.
Which we all know if you try that in real life.
We'd be in multiple pieces at once.
But they had that, and they still have that. But this new thing is you can control your descent.
I think that's what controlled descent means, man.
I think so. But it looks cool because you can like jump from one place to another place down there, like do a swing off of that, jump like that, backflip in the air, grab on that, roll off of that, like that. You get my point.
Sounds
Looks-
more of
looks boss.
acrobatic.
What?
Sounds more acrobatic than it does parkour. Parkour is acrobatic. Sounds more like free running with all the
Yeah.
flips and
Looks
floppy
boss.
doos and all that
And
stuff.
just the gameplay to me just looks super good and amazing, which is why I'm giving it a 10, solid 10. It's gonna run super smoothly, and I just can't wait to get my hands on it.
The thing that I can't wait for is that whole no loading screen.
The whole
I love that. No more having to wait 10 minutes for a building to load up. Love it, dude.
love it.
Love it.
I love it.
And it's just the graphics, it all put together, looks incredible. Even though the game isn't out yet, I gave it a 10 just solely on that trailers, gameplay that you've seen. Just amazing. There's actually going to be co-op 4-player, so you can all go and do
First
something.
time ever, co-op multiplayer. First time ever. Hello, I've been waiting for this my entire Assassin's Creed life. Thank you. Anyway, replayability. See, the whole replay. Now, we all know, if you don't know, Assassin's Creed, once you beat the whole game, the whole story, there's free roam. Free roam is awesome. So replayability with free roam is just endless possibilities, and it's good, and I like it. So I'm giving it a 9, solid 9.
There is only one game that I think I've ever played and played more than just the storyline and did actually a lot more. Far Cry 3. Oh God, I love that game. I love that game so much. That thing is my friend. Like, it's just like,
I love you.
hi. Anyway, sorry, that was a little weird.
That was weird.
Hey, he said feed it to the children.
Shut up.
Anyway, so I gave it a 9 because the game itself is a good game. I might play the replayability. Play the replayability. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
What am I doing to you?
Anyway,
Make your point. Hurry up.
the replayability, I gave it a 9. He gave it a 9.
Yep.
That's the reason why. No, I gave it a 9 because it's obviously going to have some good replayability. The reason why I don't play the older ones as much as I probably am going to play that one, the annoying stuff in it. Invisible wall, like I keep saying.
Yeah, I keep bringing it up.
But yeah, there are certain things like that I just hate. I don't think there'll be any more freezing at loading screens too.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Which brings us to the total score, which we're gonna do quickly. You know,
Quickly and
just how it is.
you know.
So anyway, I gave it a 9 because it's a solid game. Looks awesome.
I gave it a 9 just because I want to.
Wow. Deep, deep. You can just tell of the excitement. It's rich. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. And Troy Dilo, Jar Marcello, we're signing out. And until next time, game on.